Here's episode 2 of my Amazon Live series, and we're diving straight into my top 20 back to school and off to college finds. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment with what you'd love to see next. What's up, everyone, and welcome to today's stream. I'm your host here, Simply Sal, broadcasting live here from Austin, Texas. And today's stream is all about back to school and college favorites. So I'm really excited about this stream because we actually started to do a little bit of the off to college finds last week, but this week I said, you know what, with back to school coming up for the majority of the folks throughout the country, as well as off to college, let's combine it into a all-inclusive stream talking about some of my favorite products that are found on Amazon. And in today's stream, we've got my top 20 products that are designed for either back to school, off to college, or potentially for both. So really excited to be here today. And if you don't know me, I do product reviews in the home, kitchen, tech, and lifestyle categories. I've been an Amazon.com customer for over 15 plus years, as well as doing product reviews for 5 years, and on this fabulous platform on Amazon Live for about 4 years. So really exciting stuff. And my job here today is to talk to you more about some of my favorite products and finds for these particular categories of back to school, off to college, and so that you as a consumer can make the most informed purchasing decision about one or more of these products. One more cool thing I wanted to mention is that today's stream is also being broadcasted live on the Amazon Live channel. All you need to do is open up your Prime Video on your TV, search for Amazon Live, and then to shop and chat while watching on TV, all you need to do is open up your Amazon shopping app and search for Shop the Show. It'll bring you directly to all the products as well as this chat box. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into our first product that we have in store for us today. So this is actually a really, really cool product from a brand called ScanMarker. And I had an opportunity to test out their original ScanMarker Air, but they recently came out with a ScanMarker Pro, which is a much more upgraded version of a translation pen. It's a translation pen. It's a digital highlighter, so it can translate on the fly in a bunch of different languages. And it's also a great reading pen for kiddos. So if you do have kids that go to, anywhere between K through 12, I think it's a great opportunity for them to have this as a reading pen, because you can actually scan and highlight you highlight the text, whether it's a word or a sentence, and this particular thing has a built-in speaker in there, and it can automatically read it out loud for you to basically help with like how you can pronounce certain words, or if they're basically in a learning mode. It's a great opportunity for them to be able to use this for their furthering their studies. But it's, in addition to that, it can also be used as a translation tool. So perhaps you want to have some translation from Spanish to English. This thing can actually, you can scan it in Spanish and it'll read it back to you in English and a bunch of different languages. So that's a really exciting feature about that. So it looks like it's a translation pen for over 100 different languages. So that's a lot of languages that is built into this thing. So it's a reading pen. It's got a built-in dictionary, as well as it's a language translator. And Billy is on the chat box here saying, I am not ready to go back to school, but I am ready for the ScanMarker. So super cool. That's right. So again, if you don't know me, I typically find some really cool and innovative products to help make your life a little bit easier. Some of these products you may have seen before, but also some of these unsung heroes, in my opinion, that you may not have seen before. And that's why these live streams exist here on Amazon Live, so that you can chat with me and learn a little bit more about some of these cool products that you may not have known existed. So if you're just joining, this is the ScanMarker Pro. It's a translation pen. It's a reading pen. It's got a built-in dictionary, and it can do language translation on the fly once you do highlight it or scan the piece of text, for over 100 languages. So really exciting stuff. This is it's not on deal right now, but I do notice that it is at 8% off. It's at $229, normally $249. Plus, I'm also seeing an additional 10% off coupon, which you need to redeem before you add it to cart to make that deal a little bit better. So if you've got school-age kids that are looking to get into translation, like a language translation, or maybe they need a little bit of help with reading and pronunciating certain words, the ScanMarker Pro is definitely going to do some wonders for them. And it's something that our toddler does use as well. She just started school last week, so pretty excited to see how much more she can learn with this particular product here. Beth Franklin is saying, oh my gosh, I could have used this product in French class back in the day. That's right. And you know what's funny, Beth? I'm going to call you out on this one because you're in the chat box. I also took French, so I don't remember a lot But I will tell you, I struggled during like the 3rd or 4th year that I took it. But it was a long time ago. And I wish a gadget like this existed for me as well. So you would have been able to kind of pass those exams and those quizzes with flying colors. So thanks so much for stopping by this chat box. And folks, if you're just joining, make sure to smash that follow button and subscribe button so you don't miss out on my upcoming live streams. I typically go live about twice a week talking about deals that are found on Amazon, as well as some of these cool themes that we got going on. Like today, it's all about back to school and off to college favorites. So make sure to buckle up and stay tuned and go check out all the products that we have in the carousel for today. We've got 20 products that we need to muscle our way through, and stop me at any time if you want to chit chat a little bit about one or more of these products. So we're going to wrap up talking about the Scan Marker Pro translation pen, reading pen for kids and adults as well. It's an assistive tool for sure, but it can also help you with language translation on the fly. It can has support for over 100 languages. So pretty cool stuff. All right, we're going to move over to our next product here. Kind of cool. I think I like this one a lot because, again, if I'm in like biology class or chemistry class or, some of the sciences that are out there, especially anatomy and physiology, these transparent sticky notes can come in really handy, right? So these do come in a bunch of different colors. I'm going to show you guys. They come in these colors here. And I believe you get about 800 of these sheets. Now, these are fantastic because you can actually use these for books. You can use them for textbooks. If you want to make some additional notes or tracing certain diagrams and put it into your notes, this is going to definitely do the trick there. So I actually, for demonstrative purposes only, I actually put a transparent sticky note on my laptop screen. And as you can see there, it did a pretty good job of allowing me to trace over the bones of the skull in that diagram there. And I could basically put that into my notebook for reading and or for referring back to it when I need to study for those quizzes and exams. So I think this is a super handy tool here, the 800 Sheets Transparent Sticky Notes, super informative. And also I think with this one here, I want to see, it was on deal last week, but I don't see it on deal. But you can get the 800 sheets for under $8 right now. So at the time of this stream here, it is under $8. And they do also have a tiny coupon where you can save a little bit of money on there. But if you don't want the multicolor version, they also do make the clear versions as well. Over 4,000 people bought these over the past month. Amazon Choice product. And these are 3x3. If anyone is curious, these are 3x3. And you can use a pen, you can use different color ink, or you can use, I actually used a pencil and it worked just fine. So 800 transparent sticky notes, great for back to school or even for off to college. Again, if you've got chemistry class coming up, you've got different formulas you want to be able to remember, or just take some copious notes when you are in anatomy class, physiology class, biology as well. Fantastic addition to have. And I wish these were around as well. I mean, they weren't around. So we had to really kind of put all our notes and scribble all our notes inside of our textbooks, which we probably shouldn't have been doing that. But these transparent sticky notes do make it much easier today. So again, if I went to school today, I think this would have been super handy for me, especially in biology, chemistry, and maybe even physics too. So check this out. It's $8 for 800 sheets. So I think it's a pretty good deal. Okay, next product that we have in store for us today. Grab it for us while we're here. So some of my favorite pens, and I think if you're interested in some really high quality pens that isn't going to break the bank, the Tech Up Gel pens are phenomenal. I've actually owned these for about 4 years now, and these are coming in really handy because my kids also go to school. But if you're just looking for an all-around great set of gel pens that, of course, quick dry ink, and as you can see probably from the video there, all you need to do is you can basically write your notes down and it dries really quickly, so there's no smearing or anything like that. A couple of other things to point out is the fact that you've got the clip here that you can easily attach to your shirt if you wanted to have that there. And the best part about these pens is the fact that the clicker is silent. So it's got silent pressing. You've got the lifting pen clip, as well as the quick dry ink. And these are just fantastic pens to have. and they don't smear. So I think that's another good factor about that. And you can get an 8 count of these for under $13. So if you're looking for a great, comfortable set of pens from Right Tech, these Upgel pens are fantastic. They come in a bunch of different shades to choose from. I kind of like the sleek look of the black one here. Kind of looks really techy in my opinion. Silent pressing, you've got the ballpoint pen down here, and the ink dries fast. So, and I think that's a really good fun feature about that. So don't have to worry about any smearing or just messing up your writing. So your amazing handwriting or cursive skills that you may have. So, and I did also want to point out that if you do write in cursive, I know a lot of people may have forgotten how to write in cursive. This does a great job of being able to allow you to write in cursive and with no smearing whatsoever. So fantastic product. All right, next product that we have in store for us today. This is actually, I didn't realize how much of a hot selling item this particular product has become. I thought it was just a normal tray table, but to my knowledge, I think this tray table exceeded my expectations. So this is these Saijai extra large TV tray table. Now, of course, you can eat on this table if you wanted to have a TV dinner per se, sitting at your couch or sitting next to your bed. I think it's totally fine. But I think where this thing really excels is the fact that if you're looking for a compact desk that is super sturdy but multifunctional, this particular desk here may do the trick for you. So this is, and one thing I think I did want to call out is it only does come in black at the moment, but I'm not sure if the brand is working on possibly introducing some additional colors. I think it could be a great opportunity for them, maybe to also put it in white, or maybe there's like an off-white. But right now it's only available in black. And given the fact that it's been a newer item on Amazon, I don't think maybe they thought that they were going to sell so many of these. So I know it went out of stock for a little bit. I see it's back in stock. I'm not sure how many are still left, but it's an Amazon Choice product, 4.7 out of 5. And let me talk a little bit about the features, right? So number one, the base itself, it's a all metal base, which I really do like. It isn't very heavy to move around, so you can easily slide it around from one place to another. If you are going to college and you're looking for a desk that you can kind of push up against the wall in the corner next to your bed, it can work for that. It's got a built-in cup holder, which I think is pretty cool. You've got a built-in book stand, which I think is also really cool. You got a built-in LED light with 3 brightness settings. So as you can see there's a built-in LED light. And it also has a built-in drawer, so you can put if you want to have your Right Tech pens. I don't know if you guys noticed, but in the drawer in this video, I did use the Right Tech pens. So I have them in there for demonstrative purposes only. So it can hold quite a bit of pens in there or pencils. And it also has a hook for your headphones, potentially your headphones or your backpack. So, and I also wanted to mention it is tiltable. There are 5 different height settings, so you can actually adjust it up and down, and you can tilt the tray. So you can work on it on your laptop. You can also read on it, and you can also do your homework or just watch your YouTube videos or notes that you want to take on there. So super multifunctional, 4.7 out of 5. I think this is a great winning product in my opinion, because number one, the reviews on it are really good. I own it. My daughter actually uses this, and sometimes I borrow it from her as well. And if you're not looking to get a bulky desk that requires a lot of installation, this little desk here has everything built right into it. So you don't need an additional lamp. You can set your phone in the little groove there, or you can put a book on there with the built-in book stand. And you can also attach your backpack. It's got a built-in cup holder for your favorite drink and a built-in drawer, and it also tilts up. So there's a lot of cool functionality built with this one, and I think this one is a true winner in my opinion because I like it, and I think a lot of my followers and audience members that have purchased this also have given me feedback that they do appreciate it and they do like it. I own multiple of products from this particular brand. We've got another one in store for us today, so stay tuned for that. And if you're just joining, welcome. Make sure to smash that follow button, folks. Really easy to do so you can get notified when I go live each and every week. I typically go live about twice a week talking about deals that are happening all over Amazon. Usually that happens on Mondays. Beginning of the week, we try to hit the ground running. And then middle of the week, like today, so happy Wednesday, we're talking about maybe a different, my favorite products for the week, recent purchases. But for today, since it's so relevant, I think back to school and off to college finds is the theme for today. Because we've got, people going back to college soon. as well as school starts for the majority of the country, probably right after Labor Day. So now still a good time to browse and peruse through my carousel so you can see maybe there are some products in there that you may need to help with the next school year. So lots of cool things in store for you today. And one of the other cool things I did want to mention is you can watch this stream live on the Amazon Live channel. Open up Prime Video on your TV, search for Amazon Live, and then to shop and chat while watching on TV, all you need to do is grab your smartphone, open up the Amazon shopping app, and then search for Shop the Show directly in the Amazon shopping app. It'll bring you directly to the stream, to the products, and you can watch it on TV, which I think is pretty cool. And you can shop and chat along with me in the chat box. So pretty good stuff. And let me know in the comments where you guys are tuning in from. And also, are you excited about back to school? Because I know some people aren't. I feel like some people may not be as excited, but I know when I went to school, I was kind of excited because new year, fresh perspective, maybe new friends, new teachers, so new opportunities to learn. And I may just be an exception. I don't know. I actually enjoyed school. And I just may be the exception to the rule. Totally fine. But we're going to move on to our next product. So this one I think is more designed for off to college folks if they're planning on going to a dorm, or anyone that really kind of lives in an apartment or struggles with space in their place. That kind of rhymed, right? Space in their place. This Bella toaster, this thing has been a fan favorite for a long time. So it was sold out for a little while, but this particular one, this color actually came back in stock, which I'm excited about. #1 bestseller, 7,000 people bought this over the past month. It's a 2-slice toaster. It's got one large groove in there. So basically you're not limited to just 2 slices of toast. If you've got like those multi-grain toast, like maybe sourdough, like what I'm showing you in the video there, that's predominantly longer than like 2 slices of toast, you can actually pop that into here as well. Super safe, in terms of super space saving. It's probably under about 3 inches in width, and it can actually fit pieces of toast up to 10 inches long, which I think is pretty cool. You've got a anti-jam and auto shut-off built in. The color on this one that I have is called the oat milk one, and I think it's a super popular one, but they do also make 5 different colors to choose from, so depending on your aesthetic. But this particular toaster is pretty awesome. You've got about, I want to say, maybe about 6 different shade settings. You've got, of course, the button to put the toast inside of the toaster, and you can actually lift up the lever so that the toast sticks out a little bit, so you don't have to burn your digits when you are trying to get the toast out. So very slim, very easy to use, and it does a pretty good job of toasting your toast, whether it's one long toast up to 10 inches long, or 2 toast. And you've got the extra wide slots as well for those bigger pieces of bread like bagels or English muffins, things like that. So, and also you also have a crumb tray that you can just basically easily remove to discard the crumbs, and you're back in business. So if you're looking for a space-saving toaster, again, if you're going off to college, or if you do move into an apartment, you're like, hey, I want to have my toast each and every day, but I don't have a lot of space in the kitchen. This particular 2-slice toaster is back in stock. It's a #1 bestseller. 7,000 people bought this over the past month, and it's under $25. So super budget-friendly as well. And I do like the fact that it doesn't take up a lot of space. So that's another cool feature about that. Okay, we're going to keep moving on to our next product here. So we talked about this one, I think a couple of times over the past month. But again, great. Again, I'm thinking about off to college, thinking about space saving. And if you do have a lot of shoes, accessories, maybe books even as well for college. This is a 7-tier organizer that you can basically kind of tuck away at the corner of your room. I actually use it. It's actually behind or in front of my desk. I use it for my products that I store my favorite products on there when I need to kind of pick out some of the products for reviews or for live streams. They typically all kind of sit there. So it's a 7-tier system. It easily kind of rotates around. Super sturdy. And I also do like the fact that it was really easy to install. It probably took my daughter and I maybe about 10 or 15 minutes to put everything together. But I like the fact that it can hold up to almost about 30 different pairs of shoes, but you're not limited to just shoes. You can also use it for accessories, for arts and crafts. You can also use it for handbags. Or you can use it like what I use it for products. So lots of different use cases for this. But if you're limited on space, take advantage of the vertical space in your dorm room or apartment, this 7-tier organizer is definitely going to do the trick. And the other cool thing about this organizer is the fact that it's on deal for today. So as we can see here, it's about 37% off. Normally it's $189.98, but you can get this one from Space8 for under $120. So I think it's a pretty good deal that you can take advantage of. Okay, we're going to keep moving on to our next product here. Let me know if you guys have any questions about this one. This one is one of my favorite products that I own, and I use this thing pretty much each and every day. And I don't know, I'm estimating here, I probably have well over 150 products on this 7-tier organizer that you guys can't see, but keep in mind, they're not all large products. They are some smaller products that I've kind of coupled into the different slots in there. So that's why it adds up in totality for the number of products that I have. So check this one out. You can use it for shoes, handbags, and you can also use it for accessories or products or arts and crafts. So lots of different functions for this particular one here. All right, next product that we have. And folks, make sure to smash that follow button so you don't miss out on my upcoming live streams. We've got about 20 of my favorite back to school as well as off to college products in this carousel for today. So make sure to smash the follow button so you don't miss out on my upcoming streams, because we've got a lot more coming up for the back half of the year in terms of like different products. And of course, deals typically happen for me, the streams on Monday. So you want to make sure not to miss out on those, because I work really hard to find those awesome deals each and every Monday and jump on board for about an hour or so talking about my favorite deals for the day in the home, kitchen, tech, and lifestyle category. So if that's your cup of tea or cup of Joe, make sure to smash that follow button so you don't miss out on those streams, and turn on those in-app notifications. I feel like that could be a missing piece for a lot of people, because you have to turn on those in-app notifications at your phone level so you get those instant notifications each and every time I go live. So whether you're available, if you are available, you can hop on, tune in, and just check out the series of products that I have for that day, or you can also watch it on the replay. So different options that we have for you there. Okay, next product that we have, this is actually a cool security product in my opinion. I picked this up earlier this year, and I feel like it's such a nice, easy to install Windows security cam that's indoor. So keep in mind, this is not an outdoor security cam, it's an indoor security cam. It has a slot there for a micro SD card, so it doesn't come with a micro SD card. I know, but if you're looking for micro SD cards, definitely want to check out Lexar, because they make some amazing SD cards and micro SD cards, and they really focus a lot on storage. So you want to check out the micro SD cards from Lexar, and then you just pop one into there. And one of the reasons why you want to have a micro SD card is any footage that this thing can get. Now you can set this up to have 24-hour footage. Now keep in mind though, this is one thing where a lot of people don't understand and forget about, is the fact that depending on the size of your micro SD card, let's say you have a 32 gigabyte micro SD card. So if it's continuously recording, it's going to keep recording until that space runs out, and then it's going to come back and overwrite the previous recording. So if you want to make sure to kind of extend that time, get a larger micro SD card, possibly 64 gigabyte, maybe 128, maybe 256. But if you don't care about that, totally fine. I mean, if any events or notifications happen, you could easily download it directly to your phone. The app is like super easy to use. And one of the cool things about this camera is, again, it sits on the inside of your window. So I'm thinking about back to school or off to college. If you are living in an apartment with maybe your roommates or living by yourself, you're like, hey, I want to be able to have some additional eyes and ears at my front door. Keep in mind that this thing needs to be plugged into an outlet, but it can continuously record. And the good news about it is it's inside, so really no one has access to it but you. There are no monthly fees with this particular camera. You've got the 2K resolution, and I know this particular camera has some technology built in where you get that color night vision. And I know with some of the other cameras out there, they're not really able to get you an anti-glare look and feel. But this particular camera has the technology for you to be able to do that. So you don't have to worry about the glare from the glass, especially at nighttime. It can kind of like seep right through that. And I don't know if folks can see that, but the window that I have actually has tint on it. So, and the footage that I'm showing you is through the tint and during the day as well as at night. So really cool feature about this particular camera. And I think you guys would really have a lot of fun with this one. And again, It's a one-time purchase. You don't have to get the cloud storage. You can just add a micro SD card. You can get that continuous footage, and you get those real-time notifications directly to your phone. So in the event that you're in class, you're at school, you can get those instant notifications directly to your phone. So I think that's a cool feature about that. And this particular one here is under $50, so easy to install. I will tell you, it takes about 10 minutes to install. It comes with everything you need to mount it to the window. And then you just plug it into an AC outlet, pop in the micro SD card, sync it with your phone, and you can basically record footage up to 2K resolution. And you can also set a schedule. So that's another cool feature about it. So check this one out. This one is the Girafit 3 megapixel 2K window camera. The app is really easy to use, and you don't have any monthly fees, especially if you do have your micro SD card in there. You can download all the footage and just have access directly to it without anyone else having access to it. So that's a really cool feature about this one. All right, next product that we have in store for us today, another, I think, fantastic back to school product. I actually have this backwards, so that's really nice. We're going to jump around really quick. So let's go talk about this monitor here. So if you're looking to improve your productivity, I really enjoy having additional screens for myself. And I think one of the products that comes in really handy is a great portable monitor. So this portable monitor from Arzopa, they make a lot of cool portable monitors, different sizes, different resolutions. But this particular one is a 15.6-inch screen size, 1080p laptop monitor, but you can extend your laptop's display. And this one only requires the USB-C cable. So that's what I like about this one, because you don't have to plug it in to an additional power source. You can just plug it in directly to your laptop. It can power it automatically, and you can extend your laptop's display. You can also mirror the display if you wanted to have it. You can also extend the display. For some people, like especially if they go to a coffee shop or they work from home, work from the library, if you want to have like your meeting lecture notes in one screen and then have, I don't know, let's say ChatGPT in another screen, or watching videos while you study, you can have that directly on there. This particular monitor also does have a built-in speaker, which I think is pretty cool. So when you do have a little bit of downtime, maybe between classes or between exams, you can watch your favorite shows, movies on here. And if you do have your own like Nintendo Switch or other console, PS5, Xbox One, you can plug it directly into here and you can use it as a full-fledged gaming monitor as well. So love this particular one here. Over 1,000 people bought this over the past month. If you're a Prime member, you can actually get this for under $70. So make sure to have your Prime membership ready to go, because this thing can give you some great savings with that. If you don't have a Prime membership, no worries. You can still get it for $99.99, but you can get this one for $70 if you do already have a Prime membership. So that's an exclusive price designed primarily for Amazon Prime members. So I'm highly encouraging, because so you get access to like better shipping options, as well as you get access to Prime Video, which I'm watching quite a few shows on there as well. And one of the shows that I'm actually watching on Prime Video is Pop Culture Jeopardy. I don't know how many episodes there are, but it's so like, I'm so obsessed with it because I keep watching it, and you have all these different teams that are competing for points, and they're going into like different rounds. So I'm pretty excited of like where this is going to end up at. So, and it also helps kind of keep me on my toes in terms of like pop culture trivia questions. So I think that's pretty cool. So Prime Video, you need to have a Prime Video membership to watch that, but definitely a great show to watch. So if you do have a Prime membership and you're looking to improve your productivity, this productivity monitor from Arzopa is definitely going to do the trick. It's for Prime members. It is under $70. You can also game on this thing. You can extend your desktop's display. You can hook it up to a laptop. You can hook it up to a desktop computer. And it's a fantastic back to school or off to college idea, and it isn't going to break the bank. So Amazon choice product, 1,000 people bought this over the past month. And you can also get it in a smaller 14-inch version, or you can get it all the way as high as a 17.3-inch version. Really depends on your budget, your space, and definitely what your needs are. But the 15.6 version, in my opinion, is definitely the middle of the road. Fantastic all-around monitor that I can also hook up my console to if I wanted to play games throughout the day. So check this one out. Okay, we talked about another product that is, let me go back to that one. So I have this one here. Here we go. So from Saijai, another great product here. So if you're on your phone or your tablet, or if you do have a Kindle, I think for off to college folks or even back to school folks, K through 12, I think this can come in super handy. So if you're looking to maybe do your studying, maybe on the bed or on the sofa, but you need a place to kind of prop up your phone or tablet or Kindle, this thing is going to do the trick. It's super comfortable to put this on your legs, or just it can stand up on its own next to you on the couch. You've got a holder here for Kindles. You can hold a tablet, an iPad. So it doesn't have to be an iPad. It can also be a Samsung or Amazon Fire tablet. It is fully rotatable, so you can put it in horizontal mode or portrait mode. And it's fully adjustable too. So you can adjust it down, you can adjust it up. You've got two different hinges here that you can easily adjust and have support for your phone. So you're not always constantly holding your phone if you're watching something, or you're watching your shows, or you are watching lecture notes and things like that, lectures from your professors. Definitely keep this on there. And you can also take notes while you have this thing propped up. So this one is on deal for today. This one is normally $54.99, but you can get this thing for under $38. So I think it's a fantastic product to have, especially if you are bound for college or you are just back to school. You're like, hey, I need to be able to have a great pillow stand for my tablet, for my iPad, for my Kindle, or even for my phone. You can actually put a phone on here. Let me show you guys. So I think it's always cool to show you guys examples. So I can basically pop my phone into there. It'll look like that. And let's see, that's actually my Instagram account. So, and then you could just rotate it like this. So you can put it for your phone. You can also put it for your tablet, for your Kindle. It's really easy to use, and it's very durable too. And I think that one's a winner in my book, especially if you are off to college or you are going back to school and you're like, hey, I want to have something where I can prop up my phone, that I don't have to hold my phone anymore, and I can actually rest it on my legs or just right next to me on the bed while I'm studying or taking notes, or you can even have it propped up there if you want to listen to music. So great little product to have from a great brand, and it is under $38 for today. An Amazon customer, thank you so much for that follow. Folks, make sure, as just a quick reminder, I'm your host here, Simply Sal, broadcasting live here from Austin, Texas, talking about back to school and off to college favorites. So this is the stream. This is the stream where we're going to talk about 20 of my favorite back to school and off to college products that could be interchangeable for if you're going back to school or you're off to college this year. Good luck there. But some of these products are great for productivity. They're great for organization. They're also great for aesthetics. They're also great for just keeping you on your toes, to help from a learning perspective as well. So that's what I'm all about, because I typically focus on home, kitchen, tech, and lifestyle product categories on Amazon. I've been actually buying products on Amazon for over 15 plus years. I know, I can't believe it. It's been a while. And I've been reviewing products for over 5 years and doing these live streams on Amazon Live for over 4 years. So I know a little bit about home, kitchen, tech, and lifestyle. So, and we've got 4 children. So they're like across the board in terms of like ages and schools that they're going to. So I also bounce some of the feedback off of them, or get feedback from them, to get, ideas from them on like what's working for them, what type of products they're looking for. So I can go out and find these products and test them and then share those with you guys as well. So that's what I'm all about. And I'd greatly appreciate it if you can smash the follow button if you're not already a follower or a subscriber of my channel. And also go check out my storefront, where there's a bunch more videos and a bunch more content on there that you can shop and browse through. But the cool thing about today's stream is you can watch this stream on the Amazon Live channel. Just all you need to do is open up Prime Video on your TV, search for Amazon Live, then to shop and chat with me while watching on TV. Grab your smartphone and open up the Amazon shopping app and search for Shop the Show. It'll bring you directly to all these products, and you can watch it on TV in the comfort of your own home and shop with me at the same time. So pretty cool stuff. All right, we're going to move on to our next product here, because I found a pretty cool, neat product. Not sure how many people this is applicable to, but I know like architects or people that do a lot of measuring This product is actually pretty cool. It's a digital ruler. It's from a brand called Neo Ruler. And I found this while I was shopping for other things on Amazon. I was like, wow, that's a pretty cool ruler. It's a digital scale ruler. So of course it's like a 12-inch ruler, like a normal ruler, but it's a digital one. You've got a digital screen on there. You've got this like bar that kind of illuminates as you are moving that slider across. But not only that, it can actually toggle between millimeters, feet, inches, as well as, it's millimeters, centimeters, inches. And one of the other cool things that I found out recently is the fact that if you do have a map, okay, so if maybe you're in geography and you need to find out distances, like traveling distances between one city versus another or one country versus another in kilometers or miles, this thing can allow you to do that at scale. So it can take some inputs using the app and it can apply it directly to the ruler, and you can basically put the ruler on a map based on the scale, and it'll basically tell you exactly how many kilometers or miles it is from one place to another. So that's pretty cool. So this may be a very unique product, but it could be very, informative. And I think this one also does bring it down to the nearest 0.1 millimeters. That's how accurate this thing is. So it's called the Neo Ruler. It's a digital scale ruler with an infinite amount of customized scales. So which I think is pretty cool. So fantastic if you're like, off to college, you're going to be focusing on architecture or engineering. I think this ruler can really come in handy for you because you don't have to do any conversions on the fly. And this thing can actually help you measure things in millimeters, centimeters, inches, and so many other units of measure. So check this one out. It is 15% off. So not on a huge deal, but it's normally $129, but you can pick this one up for $109.65. So the digital ruler from Hozo, I guess it's called the Neo Ruler. That's what it's called. So fantastic little gadget here. I think this might be a unique one that I have in my carousel for today, but something definitely that is worth looking into if you're focused on architecture or engineering, or you're just like someone who's just really obsessed with measuring things accurately. This may be the one that does the trick for you. Amazon customer, thank you so much for that follow. All right. Next product that we have in store for us today, one of my favorite products. I think everyone needs this in their life. This is my all-inclusive laptop stand, but it's also great for tablets as well. So this is what the product looks like. Super compact. I think this is fantastic for back to school, for off to college, or if you're just working from home. So multifaceted, functional product here. So it's made of a high quality aluminum alloy material. So this thing is not going to break down. This thing is super sturdy. It's pretty lightweight. I don't want to say it's like very heavy. It's pretty lightweight. It does come with a little bag that you can pop it into, and you can take it with you when you're traveling, pop it in your laptop, but this is how small it gets. Now to expand it, all you need to do is open it out like that, open it up like this, and you've got the stand down here. You got the rubber grips on the bottom there, which I think is pretty cool to keep the stand nice and stable. It does also swivel 360 degrees. And you've got multiple hinges here, right? So you can easily adjust this thing in pretty much any direction you need to. So if you want to extend it out fully. Now my recommendation here is if you want to extend it fully, you can actually use your laptop basically on a tabletop. So if you wanted to have your laptop here, let's show you the top. So you can open that up, and you've got these stoppers to keep your laptop from falling off of it, and you can easily adjust it so you can have your laptop like this on a desk, so you can actually use it as a standing desk. So I think that's where the multifunctional component comes into, and you can also extend the top out, because that's important, because if you do have a larger laptop, it can keep your laptop in place, and you can also use it for tablets too. So I think it's a fantastic laptop stand that is super lightweight, made of a high quality alloy material. It's fully adjustable. You can swivel it around 360 degrees. And to put it back, because I'm sure you guys are going to ask that question, well, Sal, how do you fold it back? All I would say is you fold down the bottom first, align it there, fold the top, make sure it's all folded. And then what I would do is I would fold it up, down, and I would fold it like that. I think there's a better way of doing this. I'm just showing you on the fly how I would do it, but pretty easy. It didn't take that long. Just took maybe under 5 seconds to be able to do that. And you can pop this back into the carrying case and take it with you when you're traveling, or you're going from one class to another. So fantastic laptop stand. It's great for tablets, for notebooks. And I had another video on this thing where you can actually put a cookbook on there. So it's multifunctional in my opinion. Very easy to use. It does rotate around. And I just think it's such a useful tool that isn't going to take up a lot of space, but it's very functional. So this one is 30% off for today. It was actually on deal earlier this week, but the deal dropped off a little bit, but you could still get it for under $35. So again, super budget friendly in my opinion. And this may be the last laptop stand you ever buy. I don't know. I think I've had this thing for over 2 years now, and it still looks as good as it when I bought it. And the hinges are not squeaky or anything like that, so it's going to stay in place, and it's going to stay nice and durable. It's basically nice and durable, super high quality, and you can travel with it or just use it for back to school, off to college. And if you do have a sibling that may be going to college at a later time, you can always pass it down to them, or you can take it with you when you get into the workforce. So many different things you can do with this one. But I've had this for about 2 years and I've been really happy with it. And for under $35, I think it's still a really good deal. So if you're in the market for a great quality laptop stand, and also I did want to mention that having a laptop stand like this can also help with ergonomics, right? Because I think oftentimes, especially when we're at work or at school, we tend to look down at our screen. So why not have a laptop stand where you can prop your laptop up more at eye level, right? Probably more at eye level, so that you can be able to reduce any stress on your neck or shoulders. And I think that's another aspect of self-care that I think a lot of people may tend to overlook. And I think with products like this, it can actually help improve your productivity as well as your overall ergonomics to have better self-care for yourself. So that's really important. And make sure, folks, to smash that follow button so you don't miss out on my upcoming live streams. We still got quite a few products that we need to get through, so I'm going to kind of muscle my way through some of the other products. But backpacks, I know backpacks are super important for back to school. It's funny, right? Like over the years, like we really can't get away from backpacks, especially if you're in school or in college. Backpacks have been around for such a long time, and I kind of wish this backpack in particular was around when I went to school. I'm going to be honest, because this is one of my favorite backpacks. It's funny because on one of my videos, I called this a knapsack, and I think people were laughing because I haven't heard that term for a long time, or I've never heard of it. But this backpack or knapsack is one of my favorite of all time, because when I bought this thing over 5 years ago, I think it only had about 30,000 ratings or reviews on Amazon. I'm happy to announce that this backpack here has over 106,000 reviews on Amazon, and people still love this thing. It's very lightweight, very great quality, and you can store your clothes, you can store your school supplies, you can store so many different gadgets in here. And the space on this thing is like unreal, because you've got pockets on the side, you've got a bunch of different zippers and pockets. And one of the cool things about this particular backpack is it also does have an external USB port. So if you do have a power bank, you can actually pop the power bank inside of one of the slots there, one of the zippers, I should say, and plug it in, and then you can actually charge your devices while you're on the go. So it doesn't come with a power bank. So I regret to inform you, it does not come with a power bank. But power banks these days are pretty inexpensive, and I think a good, decent one probably would run you anywhere between about $25 to $30. But you can use that for so many different things, right? So you got the external USB port for charging your devices. This one also does have a anti-theft back pocket. I want to show you guys anti-theft back pocket here, where you can basically, if you're traveling, you want to have some important documents back here, you can basically unzip this here, pop it in there. So this is great for traveling, especially for me and my family. When we do travel, I take this backpack with me everywhere. So passports, kind of like maybe birth certificates, things like that. Important documents can go right here. And if you do have a carry-on, it actually has a strap here, so you can pop it on the handle there and you're good to go. So fantastic for back to school. Great for off to college as well. And I've seen this backpack all over the world when I do travel. At airports, I see a lot of people. And when I do see people pass by me, I tell them, hey, that's my backpack. And I show them my backpack. So great way to do a little bit of marketing there while I'm out there. So chances are they may have seen one of my videos because I've been talking about this backpack probably for about 5 years now. And so if you're in the market, super budget friendly. And I want to say for non-Prime members, this backpack here is about $22 and some change. But, and if you are a Prime member, you can get this for a little bit of a savings, but you can also keep in mind that there are a bunch of different colors to choose from. 4.7 out of 5, 10,000 people bought this over the past month. And this thing is just like insanely good. So don't take my word for it. There's 107,000 now ratings on this thing. And out of all of that, you've got a whopping 4.7 out of 5. And it's an Amazon Choice product. So fantastic product to choose from. The Matein travel backpack, great for back to school, off to college. So again, if you've got back to school folks still looking for a backpack or off to college, this is a good one to take advantage of. And so you can get this one for about $22 and some change. All right, so we talked about ergonomics, right? I think we talked about ergonomics quite a bit. So let's talk a little bit about another ergonomics product. Here's a great mouse from a brand called ProtoArc. I actually had a chance to meet this team here at the Consumer Electronics Show, and I was like blown away by some of the cool things that they were coming up with from an ergonomics perspective. So one of the products that I think may have been in prototype at that time was this mouse. So one of the cool things you'll notice about this mouse is it has a slightly different look and feel than other optical mouses that are out there. So part of the reason why is they focus so much on ergonomics, right? This one actually follows a natural handshake model, right, to have a much more comfortable feel when you're using a mouse. Now, if you're someone like me where you spend, I don't know, let's say 6 to 7 hours a day in front of a computer, you're constantly using a mouse, and after a while, like your hand gets tired, you have some impact to your elbow, to your shoulders. So if you're using a front-facing mouse like most of us do, chances are you may have a little bit of more tension or strain on your arm or your hand, but this particular mouse here is designed to have a much more ergonomic feel so that you guys won't have to deal with that. And also you can toggle between up to 3 devices here. So you've got a button on the bottom here that you can push so you can sync this up via Bluetooth to a laptop, desktop, and even to a tablet or to an iPad. So super comfortable to use, very great ergonomics from ProtoArc, and it's on deal for today. So it's actually under $20. So you can get this one for under $20. And Ask Janet, thank you so much for that follow. We're going to keep moving, folks, because we still got a few more products in store for us today. I want to make sure to leave enough time for questions and if we need to jump back to some of the products. Okay, other products that I think for back to school definitely want to have some great power solutions, right? I'm sure when you're off to college or even back to school, you're going to have a bunch of different things that you need to plug in. Maybe a monitor, a laptop, maybe a gaming console, right? Maybe a lamp. So one of the things that I always recommend is investing in a great quality outlet extender with surge protection. So this particular one here for Power UI is a fantastic one to take advantage of. So I've had this thing for about 3 years now. Great for behind media cabinets, workstations, offices, bedrooms, things like that. So one of the things you'll notice is there are 6 AC outlets to choose from. You can plug in up to 6 outlets there. You've got 2 USB ports as well. There's a screw in the middle here that it comes with, so you can actually take out the outlet cover, take off the outlet cover, and pop this thing directly in there so it stays fixed on the wall. And this one also does have a built-in nightlight and dusk to dawn nightlight feature. So surge protection up to 6 outlets at the same time that you can plug in, as well as 2 USB ports. So can't go wrong with that. And it's one of my favorite products that I think I've been talking about on Amazon. So it's under $18 right now. And I think it's a fantastic product to add to your cart. Okay, next product here. So here's actually a kind of a cool product that I picked up. So you know what? Our phones, it's such a huge investment. And I think oftentimes if you are like trying to create content, you're trying to do some selfies, or you're just trying to prop up your phone somewhere where you're like, hey, I'm kind of limited on this and I don't have an ability to do that. So this particular phone mount from a brand called Listen is pretty awesome. It's fully rotatable, so you can rotate it around 360 degrees. It is extendable as well. You've got a magnetic ring here, so that easily attaches to the back of your iPhone, like that. You guys can see that. Easily magnetically attaches there, so you can rotate your iPhone very easily. But one of the cool things about this particular product is it actually has a vacuum suction technology on here. So it does need to be recharged. So you can actually, let me see what I can attach this thing to. So I'm going to attach it to my phone. So it takes a little bit to grip onto the phone, but as you can see there, it uses vacuum suction technology, and my phone is stuck on there. Now, if I wanted to remove my phone or the actual phone stand, all I need to do is push this button, push it, and then just pop it off. Pretty cool, right? So it's a cool feature about this particular gadget here. So it's a vacuum suction technology that it comes with, and it can easily be attached to like smooth surfaces like glass, mirrors, cabinets, screens in your car, or even like in like obscure places like above the range hood or things like that. As long as it's a flat surface, this thing will do the trick. So a nice little gadget to have, especially if you want to prop up your phone and rotate it. Maybe you're trying to watch some of your shows or movies or whatever. But entertainment is a great part of like off to college, because like you got to have some cool entertainment solutions. Or maybe you're aspiring to be a content creator and you're looking for some great solutions to get some of those cool shots, maybe in the car as well. Or maybe you put this in the car, and because you take phone calls when you're driving around, this could be a great little addition to your car. Okay, so next product that we have, I know we only have a couple of more minutes, and I'm going to try to breeze right through some of these products, folks, so you guys get an idea of what we're talking about. So we got about 5 more products, but we should be able to get through all of them. Okay, another product that is an absolute must, in my opinion, is invest in a great solid state drive or backup storage solution for your laptop. Folks, I'm telling you, you need to have a great backup solution. So this one from Samsung is the T7. One of my favorite products out there. This one is a 4.7 out of 5. 7,000 people bought this over the past month. The 2 terabyte, you can get a 1 terabyte, 2, 4, or 500 gigabyte one, but this is fantastic. There are no moving parts on this thing. It stays pretty cool, in my opinion. Has a USB-C port right here. So if you want to offload a lot of your important documents and photos and videos and stuff like that from your laptop, make sure you invest in a great quality portable solid state drive. SSD is the acronym, stands for solid state drive, which basically means no moving parts at all. It has super high read and write speeds. Very good storage for gaming, for students, for professionals. Just back up all your content directly on here, maybe important documents or projects. So think about that. Make sure to invest in a quality product like this one. And Samsung has knocked it out of the park with their T7 portable solid state drives. And you can get a 500 gig one all the way up until 4 terabytes. So it really depends on your budget and your overall needs, but definitely look into that. Because as a techie myself, I have multiple of these, and I think it's just really important because you never know. And you can also take this with you when you're traveling. Pop it in your backpack, and I took it with me to Europe. I had easy access to my content, and a lot of the footage that you're seeing on this stream is actually being powered by one of these. So I've actually have it plugged in directly into my computer, and it's just powering the content that I have on here. So pretty cool stuff. All right, next product that we have. So you know what? I talk about entertainment. Why not have entertainment with some great food, right? So let's talk a little bit about this popcorn maker just for a quick second. One of my favorite popcorn makers. I know it looks super basic, but let me tell you, this thing does a stellar job of creating amazing popcorn in just a couple of minutes, right? This thing was out of stock for a good while. It came back in stock. It's from a brand called Presto. They make a lot of cool kitchen gadgets, but this thing is fantastic. And let me tell you how easy it is to use. So you get your favorite kernels of popcorn, pop it into the little chamber, plug it in. It actually only uses air, hot air, to pop all of the kernels. And what's surprising about it is it doesn't leave any kernels behind. All right, so once it's done, all you need to do is unplug it, flip the whole thing over, and now it turns into a serving bowl, so you can actually make the popcorn directly on there and eat from it, which I think is pretty cool. It came back in stock, so it's an Amazon Choice product, and you can get this thing for under $40. So Again, I'm thinking about Friday nights, Saturday nights. Maybe you've like had a long week in college. You're like, hey, I've knocked out these exams. I've done all my studying. Let me enjoy a nice fresh snack. Popcorn is one of my favorite snacks. The Presto Pop Light My Munch hot air popcorn maker is gonna do the trick. And you can add your different toppings and flavors probably after the fact. I wouldn't add it to this particular chamber, but you can add it after the fact and you're good to go. So that's that, the popcorn maker. And then one of my other favorite products, again, I've been talking about self-care for the past couple of years now. And one of my favorite products is this eTech City Smart Food Scale. Now, this thing is pretty awesome, especially if you are in college, if you're making your own food. This is a great way for you to be able to see all of the macros for each type of food that you are making to ensure that you are making the right choices when it comes to your food options, right? And all you need to do is, there's an app. You basically put some inputs in there on what food you're going to consume, and then this will basically measure out based on quantity and volume how much of the volume turns into how many macros you can expect from the food. And it's super portable, so you can plug it in, recharge it, and you can use it when you need to. So fantastic if you're looking to embark on a great self-care journey. Take control of your kind of nutritional components there. There's a free app. You can do nutrition tracking, calories, macros. It can help measure things in grams or ounces. So again, really designed for self-care, in my opinion, or just if you just want to be able to watch what you eat. So I was really surprised to see, like, I didn't know, like, if I eat too many walnuts, it would, give me much more macros in certain areas than before. So just some things to help you on your self-care journey. So this one's great. It is $39.99. 10,000 people bought this over the past month. Really easy to use, and I think it's a must-have for off to college folks. Okay, we got two more products left for us today. So, okay, we got to talk about music because we talked about food, we talked about ergonomics, we talked about productivity. Why not also talk about studying and music, right? So one of my favorite pair of over-the-ear headphones is from Beats, the Beats Studio Pros. These are fantastic. I actually borrowed this from my wife, so don't tell her, because I'm going to have to return these after the stream here. But these are the Beats Studio Pro. They're wireless, completely wireless. They are rechargeable, USB-C, so you don't have to worry about batteries or anything like that. And you've got the noise cancellation built into here, so I'm going to wear these. But you also have transparency mode. They're super comfortable to wear. And on a full charge, you can get up to 40 hours of listening time. You've got about 6 different colors to choose from. And a lot of people ask me what color this one is. This one is the sandstone color, which I think is one of my favorite colors. I know my wife really loves these headphones. She took them with her when we went to Europe, and so she had no complaints about them. The sound quality is amazing, super thumping bass. And also, folks, I did want to mention that this particular Beats Studio Pros are on a limited time deal. You can actually get these for 49% off at $179.95. So if you're looking for a great over-the-ear headphones with noise cancellation, as well as transparency mode, very great thumping bass, as well as amazing high quality sound, do not look any further. The Beats Studio Pro are a fantastic choice, in my opinion, that you can get up to 6 different colors to choose from. Okay, and then the last product that we have in store for us today. I know this may seem like a novelty product, but I will tell you, for back to school folks or off to college folks, sometimes novelty is the key to help you get through those tough times when it comes to exams and just kind of muscling your way through these products. So this is a Lazy Duck Light. I know it looks really funny, but what's cool about it is you can actually turn it on. It turns into a night light, so you can actually put it on a book, so you don't have to turn on your entire light in your room. It has multiple brightness settings. You have low, medium, high. I think it's a super cute little addition to have, and I think for folks that are off to college or even just back to school, I think it's a fantastic little product to have. And it also comes with a cool box. So really easy box. It says "Lie in Peace Duck Sleep Lamp." That's basically what it is. So it's a pretty neat little novelty item, in my opinion. Could be a great, fantastic gift idea, especially for someone who is off to college. Under $20, it's a 4.8 out of 5. 2,000 people bought this over the past month, but I think this one's a really good one to have. Okay, folks, we're going to go ahead and wrap up for today. You guys have been just like super amazing. Thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead and link my storefront. So thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to sign off for today. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Make sure to smash the follow button so you don't miss out on my upcoming streams. But I will see you all on the next live stream. Have a good day. I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.